Number 98.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Terry Rozier is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the four-man position. Here's Doc from the left block. It's hauled in by the Heat. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
They looked lost in the final quarter. Couldn't keep it together at all. Miscommunications cost them that game.
Well, there's Butler making the right play, as he so often does.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
Young, the pass to Doc. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Pass to Hero. To the left side wing. And it's Highsmith missing.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. I asked him about Jimmy Butler and what his defensive scheme is for him, and Coach said to not let him bully us from the interior and mid-range. We want to push him as far out as possible. We have to play tough. Let's see if they're able to accomplish this, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Well, he can do that. Adebayo's an excellent athlete, even by NBA standards.
Pass to Daniels. And stolen by Adebayo. Butler with the ball. And it's Young picking him up. Adebayo. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Inside, here's Doc. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doc's got 5 now.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Here's Butler. The layup misses.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Down low. Here's Doc. The shot's good. 7 points in the game.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Oh, my. So much force in Bam's game right there.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. So the strategy here. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Trae Young.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Well, Trae Young is one of the most gifted playmakers we have in the game.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They trail by 1. On the wing, Rozier. Outside Butler. From the wing. And he drops that one in.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Well, Stan, you coached against some really tough players in your day. Where does Jimmy Butler stand right now? What makes him Jimmy Butler?
Well, I think, Brian, he's just a great competitor. He wants to take on the biggest challenges when he's on the defensive end, and on offense, he is willing to attack anyone.
Here's Butler. Can't connect from short range. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall to the middle. Doc gets the bucket.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Heat trail by 4. And here's Hero. still without a bucket. Adebayo passes to Butler. Not going to go that time. Hunter with some nice D.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Hero finds Adebayo. Now here's Rozier. Hero outside. He buries it from three.
Yeah, he's so skilled at attacking at a moment's notice. Hero goes straight into his shot.
Here's Doc. Lays it up and banks it in. Doc's got 15.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Heat trail by 5. Butler passes to Adebayo. The rebound by the Hawks. Doc's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Banked it in off the glass. 17 points in the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Hero outside. Pass to Rozier. Six to shoot. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Tipped. And he recovers it. The Hawks lead by 7. Young, the pass to Doc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front, trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Atlanta making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for Johnson, and Bogdanovich is subbed in for Hunter. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Love is checked in for Bam Adebayo. Jovic comes in for Highsmith. Jaime Jaquez is checked in for Butler. And it's Robinson in for Rozier. Outside Jaquez. Knocks down the long J.
Well, Jaquez doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he can hit those when he's feeling it.
Pass to Doc. And he throws it down with one hand.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And here's Love. Here's Robinson. The 3 is up. A shot, no good. Young finds Okongwu. Here's Doc. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Doc's got 23.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Outside Robinson. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's off from 3-point range. The Hawks lead by 10. Daniels passes to Doc. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 25.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so it's Atlanta now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be back in a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Onyeka Okongwu is out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. Then there's Dyson Daniels. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Doc in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Doc, in their last time out against the Bulls, was a man on a mission. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he was on a tear in that game, recording a season high in points. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to Love. Young against Hero. Here's Burks. It's hauled in by Doc. Doc's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. One of the more consistent players in the league, Stan, Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, Brian, averages in double figures every year, shoots it well from deep, a very underrated ball handler and playmaker. You love having guys like Bogdanovic that you can rely on every night. Well, he's a volume three-point shooter in this league. Hero can really do damage from that.
Here's Doc, and he lays it up and in. Doc's got 35 in the game.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pass to Love from deep. It's hauled in by Doc. Atlanta leading by 14. Down low. Boom! He jams it straight down.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Now here's Love. Now Burks. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. All right, a chance to check out stats for Tyler Hero.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
And Atlanta making a change here. Johnson's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Rozier's checked in. For Atlanta, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Robinson against Bogdanovic. Hero outside. To the middle. Outside for Rozier. Goes up on the wing, and the jumper is good.
Always looking to generate offense. Rozier is never far from his next shot.
It's stolen by Jaquez. Rozier outside. Pass to Jaquez. Johnson against Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Right side Love. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. The three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks lead by 14. Here's Doc. He's guarded by Hero. Doc gets the bucket.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. The rebound by Atlanta. Doc's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look. Players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly if you are just better.
Risache, he's checked in for Okongwu. Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Jimmy Butler comes in for Hero. Left side, Butler. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
This guy is tough as nails. You love Butler's competitive spirit.
Rozier looking around. Outside Jaquez. Pass to Robinson. And here's Rozier. Puts up a 3. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
From distance, Rozier looking confident.
Young, the pass to Bogdanovich. And stolen by Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Jaquez with it. Back to Robinson. Pass to Butler. Here's Adebayo. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Nance, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's good for 2.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Rozier, the pass to Robinson. It's Jaquez on the wing. Pass to Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by Atlanta. Doc's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Heat trail by 13. Rozier outside. Back to Butler. Here's an 8-footer. Got a piece of it. Pass to Doc. And it's blocked by Butler.
Butler always keeps grinding. The energy he plays with at the defensive end is terrific.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Adebayo with a steal. Here's Rozier. And rejected. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Daniels checked in for Atlanta. Highsmith, he's checked in for Miami. Tyler Hero comes in for Robinson. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. And he trims the lead to single digits. Adebayo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, defensively, if you're letting Adebayo get rolling, it's time to rethink your approach.
Many times, that's a turnover.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half of this game. Doc gets the bucket.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Inside, here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, that's textbook pick-and-roll basketball. Adebayo just taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Doc. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Doc's got 47 points.
And he's beginning to build on a fantastic performance from the last game.
Well, yeah, you can see how much energy he's playing with. He's on a roll, and he's not about to let it in.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back after this.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed.
Offensively, they can post you. drive it, run cutters. They're living large in that painted area.
And the defense. New topic. Fellas, we've got a number of strong contenders for this year's three-point contest.
The three-point contest.
That does it for halftime.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Tyler Hero is out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Butler, and it's Highsmith in at the 4. All right, Stan, if you had it your way, who would you want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, Brian, look, I want to go back to the glory days when the most recognizable guys in the game were the ones that participated. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. I think if we could get guys like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, that would be fantastic, but it's got to be the names out there that people know.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Throws it up high. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. On the wing, Rozier. 7 points in the game. Fires in the triple. Rozier's got 10.
Something Rozier has really worked on over the years. Now the defense must honor his shot.
Heat trail by 14. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. These are his first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
And when you look at Rozier, such a fantastic scorer, a gear-shifting, talented guard who continues to improve.
The Hawks lead by 13. Young, the pass to Hunter. Here's Doc. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Doc's got 53 points. And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat to the inside. Here's Adebayo. It's deflected.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
To the paint. Here's Doc. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doc's got 55.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Rozier outside. And he's going for the oop here. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
And here we go, the Heat fast break. A clear look for Hero. And there's another one for the Heat.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Graham.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Here's Doc. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Doc's got 59 points.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
And Adebayo slams it in.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
Pass to Daniels. To the middle. Yet another bucket.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Bogdanovich comes in for Young. Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Highsmith, and that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. On defense, the Hawks. Pass to Robinson. Here's Highsmith. And here's Butler outside.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
And here's Butler outside. It's hauled in by Doc. The Hawks lead by 17. Deflects the pass. Down low. Shoots in deep. And there it is for him. Doc's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Here's Robinson. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Risache, he's checked in for Atlanta. Matthews comes in for Daniels. To end the run, blocked. He goes up, and another one.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. The Hawk. Here's Matthews. Here's Doc. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. We got Risache, and it's Roddy in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Again! What an avalanche!
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Pass to Highsmith. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
Outside Robinson. And here's Butler outside. Here's Adebayo. Pass to Highsmith. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc. Highsmith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Here's Doc. Pounded by Adebayo. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
And he drops the first. Both shots good from the strike. Here's Butler. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter here. Looking to end this cold spell. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition.
He got it again! Sensational!
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in a game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss. Butler can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. Oh, connects again.
And that ties him for 3rd all-time scoring for a single game. What a remarkable night.
Boy, a game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show. Robinson passes to Butler. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Here's Doc. And yes, another basket.
He is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
And that score moves him into 2nd place for most points in a game.
And with 81 in the rear view, he has only Wilt's 100 mark left. This is the closest anybody has ever come.
Hero for 3. The rebound by Atlanta.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And it's Miami's ball. Butler passes to Hero. It's hauled in by Doc. Here's Matthews. And he lobs it up top. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Man, everything feels just a little off. Let's win and go home.
MP.
All right, baby.
Let's bring it
Let's get
down.
down.
Don't forget to come out to the game for Calendar Day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascots, the Raptor and Dance Pack. We are looking forward to seeing you at the next Raptors home game. And as a reward for attending, everyone will be getting a deck.
God keep our land glorious and free.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set. So Shams, the Raptors finally traded their terrific wings, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. We know how the other teams that got those players made out. New York and Indiana, they were terrific and helped those teams. How did the Raptors make out when all was said and done?
Both of those players were upcoming fees. It was difficult to judge the trade market, but with that said, the Raptors were able to get draft picks plus young, exciting talent like Canadian RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. But let's factor in the biggest key here. It's Scotty Barnes. He is their future. He's their untouchable. He's who that front office feels great about as their cornerstone moving forward.
Love Barnes. Love him. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Rizier and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Doc in at the center. Pass to Boucher. From past the arc. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Over to the wing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pirtle with the steal. Up top, Barrett, defended by Young. Here's Boucher, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. You know, knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
Atlanta shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
The Raptors have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. To halt the run, and again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Doc can't get it to go.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And it's denied. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Brown is checked in for Dick. Here's a look at some of the stats for Chris Boucher.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Back to Pirtle. Young against Mitchell. To stop the drought. And the 3-ball is good.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looked at, but thank you for your honesty in that one. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Doc in the last outing against the Heat did more than get the job done. He scored an incredible number of points, and he was tremendous in that game. That was a season high in points, too. And those are big numbers he put up. It's hard to match, but he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
It's tipped. Fast break, the Hawks. Moving it up. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now, and any given year, anyone can win.
Count that one.
Well, we know Pirtle, very efficient down there. This guy has got great post moves and soft touch.
And Doc gets it to go. Doc's got 24 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Brown outside. Off target from three-point range. Atlanta leading by 17. Down low, Pirtle with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up. Pass to Shed. Brown outside. Rebound Atlanta. Doc's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Shed. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Young against Brown. And Trae Young gets the 3. And the Hawks lead by 20.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And so it's Atlanta controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
We've got Brown. He's out there with Dick. And it's Mobo in at power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And the Hawks making a change here. Reza Shea checked in. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Offensive rebound, Doc, and the layup's good off the glass. Doc's got 28 points for the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Olynyk sets a screen for Brown. Pass to Olynyk. No good on the 3. The Hawks leading by 21. Bounce pass Young. Here's Doc. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists here tonight.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
And here's Olynyk from the arc. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors are able to retain possession here. The Raptors making a switch here. Walters checked in. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Matthews, he's checked in for Trae Young. Just 5 on the clock. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, 3 of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Olynyk can't hit.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And it's good, 2 points. 36 points for Doc.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Dick. Lets it go from the wing, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And that one, good. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of influx, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Birtle, he's checked in for Olynyk, and Davian Mitchell subbed in for Walter. Birtle sets the pick for Mitchell. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got 6.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Daniels kicks to Matthews. To the inside. Here's Doc. Crafty move. And another one falls. Amazing.
And no one can stop him. It's another 40-point game, and he's had a bunch of them.
And with tonight's performance, he's now tied for 4th on the single-season 40-point game list. There at the pass to Birtle. And the dunk by Birtle.
Well, critical in the pick and roll that you be able to deliver the ball in a timely spot and in the right position. And R.J. Barrett does just that.
Remaining in the first half.
Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Doc. Doc's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. For Atlanta, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. Here's Doc. He gets that one. Doc's got 44.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
That one goes in. 46 points for Doc.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Pass to Dick. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Onside, Barrett. Boucher with a screen on Hunter. Barrett wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Hunter with it. Poked away. And Nance kicks to Young. Here's Doc, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Hawks ahead, running away with this one. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
The Hawks, 52.
Halftime is
adding a dynamic guard to the mix. De'Aaron Fox will inject energy into this team. Fantastic at running the point and very creative, an unselfish player.
changing focus now to the tough first half for the Toronto Raptors.
I don't see the fight. They're getting pushed around.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Doc has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
On the court for Atlanta, the front court is Rizier and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniel, and it's Doc in at the 5 spot. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Toronto shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing.
Wow, the hammer by R.J. Barrett. How about that athleticism?
Here's Doc. Some solid defense from Pirtle. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Barrett slams it in.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The Hawks leading by 22. Inside, here's Doc. And again.
And the 50-point games continue to add up for him.
Well, every game takes him closer to the next benchmark. Next up, second place all time.
And Wilt had 30 games of 50 points or more back in 1963, and that number gets closer and closer with games like this.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Doris, what this team likes about Jakob Pirtle, the combination of 7-foot size and great skill.
You know what, Kevin, to me, this young man has a nuanced understanding of the game. He sees the floor, so that means at his size, he can make on-time and on-target passes. He's a very capable rebounder and defender. There's just a lot to like about his game.
Basket good. And 12 points for Jakob Pirtle.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
To the paint. Pirtle with the steal. Barrett with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
I think one of the...
Substitution. You're up.
Get outside. He's open.
Pass to Brown. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets. And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
We've got Walter. He's out there with Brown. And it's Mobo in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
It's checked in for Toronto. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level. Handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger.
In the corner, Barrett with it. Back to Mitchell. Here's Walter. Pass to Pirtle. 6 to shoot. Second chance effort. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. To the middle. He gets it in there. Doc's got 9 points now in just the second half.
You know, they continue to feed him the ball, and he keeps delivering. The leading scorer in this one.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And again, Toronto no luck. Atlanta has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Mitchell outside to the wing right side. Toronto working the ball around now. Pass to Pirtle. From 11 feet away, rebounded by the Hawks.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively. Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Pass to Doc. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Barrett the pass to Mitchell. And it's a foul called on Doc. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player. Well, at 7 feet, when Pirtle gets rolling, this guy can absolutely overpower you.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. 1:46 left in the fourth. Goes up on the wing, and it's Mitchell missing.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Doc the pass to Roddy. To the paint. Here is Doc, defended by Pirtle. Doc can't get it to go.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Doc.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
Both free throws good from Doc. And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Well, the contact on Pirtle, pretty clear there. The big man getting tough and gets the call.
At the line for 2, Jakob Poeltl.
That free throw missing.
What you love about Jakob Poeltl is his reliability. You know he's going to give you rim protection and rebounds. The other part is he can play with his back to the basket. Somewhat of a lost skill.
Here is Doc, defended by Poeltl. They get it again. Doc. Some solid defense from Poeltl. And here is Mitchell. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect bruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
That's what I'm talking about.